Hi, it's Shelly, and welcome to my channel. What are we doing today? Well, it's hard to believe another month has passed us by, so that means it's time for my budget video for December 2024. So in today's video, that's what we're going to do. It's what we're doing today. I'm going to go over the numbers for the my expenses that I spent in December. And yeah, and there's going to be some explanations because there was a few little things that I spent extra on that you might not if you were staying here. But anyways, let's start with the basics. Excuse me, I have to look at my notes. My rent for December it's 12,000 pesos plus utilities and so on. So that converted to $933.90. And these are all my numbers are in Canadian. So, and at the end, once I get to the total, I'll give you an idea of what that is in US dollars. So rent $933.90. I got my CFE bill, which is electricity this month, and it includes 2 months worth of electricity. So that number was $234.47. Now, I did not use my air conditioning very much in that time, so electricity is, I find, kind of expensive here. My water bill was $22.51, and that includes my monthly charge for water from Aguacon, as well as the bottled water that I buy from the little guy that comes around in the cart. I had to put propane in my tank this month, and what I did was just bought the minimum. That's what my landlord told me to do last year whenever I filled my tank. So it was $44.25, and that will do me for the rest of the season. So that's kind of a 6 months worth of propane. Next was my internet charges, and they were $27.03. That's the same every month. It's 289 pesos, and I've just converted it to Canadian. My maintenance fees were $44.18. Again, this is what I pay to my garbage pickup guys. I give them a little tip, and I also had to buy a new skimmer for my pool because the one that I had here broke. So my total maintenance was $44.18. So now we're moving on to groceries and eating out. I spent less on groceries this month at $377.44, but I ate out a lot this month. My total for eating out was $495.04. Now that seems like a lot because I ate out about 10 times, so it's averaging about $50 per time out. But a couple of those outings were more expensive. I went to Punto Corcha down Portside, and that's just expensive just because of where it is. And then I also went to Chef Umberto's pop-up kitchen, and with my dinner I had a bottle of wine, and that's beachside prices. So those two meals kind of drove up the price of my eating out budget for this month. So the total spent on food, including my groceries and eating out, was $872.48. So, my cell phone. My cell phone, again, as I explained in my last budget video, I'm paying a Canadian cell phone plan, so that is more expensive than you are probably going to pay here. My monthly charge is $121.24, and that includes includes Canada, US, and Mexico, so that I can use the two-step verification when I'm down here. So I have just sucking it up to pay that price because that is very, very important to me. So my total expenses for this month for those sorts of living, internet, phone, and that kind of thing totaled $2,300. So if you convert that to US dollars, it's about $1,600 US dollars. Moving on to my medical expenses, as I mentioned in November's video, I buy a monthly medical insurance plan that's quite comprehensive, and I pay $270.49 per month for that plan. Also in medical this month, I spent $107.08 out of pocket. I went to see an optometrist. I got a new pair of glasses as well as visiting the dentist. So both of those items totaled $107.08. So that is pretty reasonable. Okay, my transportation costs are high this month. It's at $250.85. But I am having some guests come in January, So I rented a car for the time that they are here. So this is included in my transportation this month because I had to pay for that in advance. So one day I rented a car, it's $75.51. And then at another point, I rented a car for 2 days, and that's $131.74. I get a little bit of a break by renting it for 2 days. So the total in car rentals is $207.25. Now, so that means my transportation just in and about, out and around town, my local transportation, I guess you would call it, came to a total of $43.60. Now, I made a couple of trips into Playa del Carmen. We went down to Escaret Park, all using the local transportation. So the total, so it's about $10 a week for transportation here. That's using the Collectivos and Shelly's Feet because I do walk a lot as well. Okay, so the next category is tips and miscellaneous, and I spent a total of $57 on that. I went to a Christmas party that somebody here was holding, and we needed to bring a gift for that, so I spent about $28 on a gift for that. And then the tips was I gave my garbage collection guys a little extra because it was Christmas. So the total, again, $57 for tips and miscellaneous. Now, my entertainment budget this month, I bought, as I had told you in one of my previous videos, an annual pass for Escaret Park at 3,500 pesos. Now that converted to $242.86 for entertainment. Now that entertainment will be split over the 6 months that I'm here because I'm planning to go to Escaret Park a number of times while I'm here in order to make that annual pass worthwhile. I'm actually planning a trip next week, so that'll probably be my next video. So yeah, that was my entertainment budget for this month. Okay, so next up, again, these are ones that are not going to probably apply to you because not all of you would have a pet here, and not all of you would have Penny and her special dietary needs and her special needs. So for food this month, and I had to buy some little pee pads for her because I leave those down for her whenever when I go out, just so she doesn't feel guilty about if she has to go. She's older, and I don't expect her to hold that while I'm out and about. So my total for that was $106.36. And now my vet bill in December was $270. We had a bit of a scare with her. She was having some issues with her bladder. She was passing clots of blood, and so we did some investigative work. We had an ultrasound done for her, as well as I had to do a cortisol test, which is a blood test where she had to be injected and then have blood taken before she was injected, and then again at 4 hours after, and again at 8 hours after, and then there was consultations and medications and everything in that. So the total vet bill was $270, which is quite high for here. But if I think about what I would have paid back in Canada for the tests and things that we had done, it would have been at least twice, maybe 3 times that much. So I'm okay. And the bottom line is she's okay. We did discover that she's got some tumors on her adrenal glands, but at this point they are not looking cancerous or anything bad. She's recovered. She's feeling better. So everything is good there. It's just something we're going to have to keep an eye on moving forward, and we'll get her checked out again as soon as we get back to Canada. And if anything else comes up, obviously there's more testing we'll have to have done. But that's Penny. Penny costs $377.21 this month. God, I love her though. Okay, I didn't have any household purchases this month. I have everything I need, and I'm not trying to expand on more things, because I do just find that I need less things, that's for sure. So, okay, grand total, $3,600.05 for December. That converts to about $2,506 in US funds. So that's, eating out a lot, paying my rent, everything covered, Penny, medical. So that's everything in. So yeah, that's what we spent in December. And now we're into January. So we'll start getting those numbers to you, and I will put a video out after January passes. So thank you for watching, and I hope this information is helpful to you if you're planning to come to Mexico for any extended period of time. It kind of gives you an idea of what things cost. So thank you, and have a great day.